Hey, what is up, everybody? This is the Great Puckettini, and I've got big news for you today. The Arkansas Razorback football team got big news as well when they found out here that Blair Irvin III has decided to commit to the Arkansas Razorbacks. Now, Irvin, as you see here, is a wide receiver, and he was in the class of 2026, so he still has his senior year to play there at Bentonville High School. So he'll be with us, and hopefully in 2026 he has committed. And you got to love that picture there when you see him catching the ball way above his head, jumping high to catch it. Shows he has really good hands, has a very high catch radius, or large catch radius, maybe a better word. But anyway, really excited they got this guy, another good receiver to fit into Bobby Petrino's offense. You know, they're stacking weapons, and I'm telling you guys, this coaching staff's doing a wonderful job. Coach Pittman's got a great staff, and they're doing really good recruiting and everything. So let's check out Mr. Irvin here. Now, he's 6'1". I'm reading kind of off the bullets here. You can read along with me. He's 6'1", about 180 pounds. Now, the prototype size and speed for an NFL receiver, which I always check the players we get with that because they're going to be playing against future NFL players. So in the NFL, the prototype size is 6'1", 203. So you see right away that Irvin has 6'1". He's prototype size for NFL. Now he weighs 180. It's about 203. But remember, he's still got a senior year, and they're going to bulk him up when he gets in college too. So I would say he's got prototype size for sure to play in the NFL. Speed, I could not find a 40 time on him, so I don't really know on that. 4.48's really getting it, and he may be in that range. I don't know. But he definitely has prototype size to play in the NFL. He is going to be a wide receiver in the class of 2026. His hometown right now is Bentonville, Arkansas, at Bentonville High School. I think he actually was born in Joplin, Missouri, I believe. And then they moved over to Bentonville later on because when he was real little, that Joplin tornado hit his house and everything, and they had to move. They lived in FEMA housing, I think, for a while, I believe. We'll talk about that here just a little bit on this slide. Here's some of his career highlights and awards. So in his 2024 junior season he just played in, he had 50 catches for 850 yards and 10 touchdowns. And what's really good about that is he averaged 17 yards per catch. That means every time he's catching the ball, he's getting a first down, you know. So that's really big. That's really good yards per catch. They call that yak. Sometimes I refer to it as that. They were the 7A West Conference champions, so he knows what it takes to win championships. That's really good. He was also a 7A All-State wide receiver. Also there, I looked at, he was a community leader commemorating the Joplin tornado, and they have a community events right around the time it hit. And what he helps do is, they say he helped paint murals. He helped rebuild some playground equipment, and he also goes and speaks to local schools there in Joplin, Missouri. So you see, we got a young man here that's a very good man. You know, very good guy. He's be a good teammate. Just be a good person. Somebody you want, and you're on your team, in your program. So Arkansas got a real good kid, on the field and off the field as well. All right, here was his recruiting profile that I looked around with some other offers just to kind of show you. They have him listed as a 3-star recruit, and that's On3, Rivals, and 247 Sports all have him as a 3-star recruit. He had offers from Kansas State, South Florida, Minnesota, Purdue, and he had others. I think it came down to Arkansas, Kansas State, Minnesota. That was his top 3, I believe, from what I saw, and he picked Arkansas. So that's great. We're very excited for that. And this On3, they have a national wide receiver score, and this is his Arkansas score. They rank him, I think, by state, and this is how he compares with other receivers in the state. Is kind of the way I understood that. And his score was an 83.86, which makes him a high-end 3-star receiver. I think they say they should be at a Power 5 school, close to a 4-star, but he was on that top end. I think the 4-star was 90, I believe, 90 to 100, kind of like a grading scale. I could be wrong on that, but I do remember reading that he's a high-end 3-star receiver. So that was good too. But like I said, the stars, I don't care about the stars. Hey, if Bobby Petrino says you can play, and Coach Fouch, you can play. I mean, that's all I need to know. I don't care about these stars and all that. But anyway, I'm just giving you just something to compare him to other people. All right, what type of intangibles does he have? Leadership qualities, because that's what you want. And I've already said, looks like he's a great young man on the field and off by his community work and things he does there. He's a local talent with strong community ties. That's good. That always makes your program look good. He did survive the Joplin tornado, and he's an advocate for it. Like, he goes and helps raise money. He's really involved in that, and that's really good. He built chemistry with C.J. Brown III, who's still at Arkansas. I should have checked that, but I saw they were pretty good friends, so he knows what to expect at Arkansas, and that's good that he's coming to Arkansas. C.J. must be telling him good things, and so that's good there too. He has high character and a coachable attitude. Everything I read about, everything I've seen and researched about him, he has high character and he's very coachable, and that's what you want. Recruit these really good players and then coach them up. But the kids have got to be willing to be coached. I remember Coach Van Horn talking about when he was coaching Loy, the shortstop. Well, is that him or his brother? I get him confused. But anyway, when he got there, he was already a really good hitter, but he had to work on his defense. And Van Horn asked him, he said, "Are you going to be coachable? Are you going to let me coach you?" And he said, "Yes, sir, I want to be coached." Because some guys, they don't want to be. They're uncoachable. I coached for 15 years, and I had kids that could be uncoachable at times. Not many, but there are some. And but from all accounts, he has high character and a coachable attitude. Why does he matter for Arkansas? Why does it help us to get him? First of all, he bolsters our receiving core. He's an SEC type receiver. He ranks at about that high end 3-star Power 5 receiver. So that definitely brings another good receiver to us. He's a perfect fit in Petrino's offense. He can play outside receiver. He can play inside. He can go in motion, do a lot of different things. And we'll watch some of his video and you'll see that. They put him in motion a lot. He strengthens our in-state recruiting pipeline. just like C.J. Brown helped us get Irvin here, and then Blair will help us get some other guys, And so that helps strengthen that. We want to get our best players in state because it's like Houston Nutt said, I'd rather get a 1 or 2-star Arkansas guy sometimes than a 2 or 3-star from another state because they want to see Arkansas win. They have that love for Arkansas, and they want to see us win. So we want to definitely keep that strengthened, and he has immediate playmaking potential. He averages 17 yards per catch and our biggest classification in the state. And you need big plays. You need playmakers at every position, and they need to make big plays. It's hard to eke out drives in the SEC. Something's going to happen. So you need big plays, and he definitely can help us do that. Scouting report on him and some things I saw watching video of him. I'll talk to the video, watch it. He's a very good route runner. He has a quick release. You'll see people, he gets off the ball quick, but also they try to jam him sometimes. He's good about getting around that. He has excellent separation and yak ability. Like I said, that's yards after the catch ability. So he can separate. He can good runner after the catch. They throw him a lot of short stuff, and then he can, he's a good runner after the catch. They don't throw it to him deep a whole lot that I saw. Throw a lot of short stuff to him, and then so that means he's really good hands, reliable receiver, and then he can go get some run after the catch, yards after the catch. He's effective in motion and line versatility. Now, like I said, they motioned him a lot in high school in the films that I've seen of him, and line versatility just means that he can line up anywhere. He's not just that big, strong receiver that has to line up outside. He can line up inside too, run some inside stuff, inside routes, get on the field, do some stuff. So he's got line versatility. He has reliable hands and sideline awareness. That sideline awareness means you got to know where you're on the field. If you're running a fade route, you got to give yourself room to fade and give the quarterback somewhere to throw it. You got to know where you are on the field. He seems to have that, and I read that about him. Some other people have said that about him too, because it's hard to judge a lot of this off just a few plays that you get to see. He does have reliable hands watching him play. He's got good hands, and the picture on the very first slide showed, catching the ball way above his head. That's hard to catch where you're just catching with your hands only. and he shows be able to make many. He has very reliable hands. All right, so let's look at some video of him here. See if I can get to it. I think I just need to minimize this, and here it is. I'm gonna make this full screen, and he is number 3. Let's see, I can pause it, and he is up here up top, coming underneath, good hands, and then run after you. Look at him, hit that sideline, and he can go. And watch him, this last guy's got a thing on him, but he's able to juke him and get around him, so he's a good vision. He can right there, boom, cuts back on him, and he goes and scores. So very good play right there. He is up top, trying to get him by himself, out and up, wheel route, whatever you want to call it. So this is an old trick. You try to get your best player to the side by himself. That's called 3-by-1. And they do have a guy sitting here, and that's where the defense is good doing that. I don't know who that is, where he just can't come run a slant or a post. But what they do, Bentonville does good. They run the wheel. Makes it really tough on this guy. So that's what you got right there. Boom. And right there, he's beat. And good pass by quarterback. Good catch right there. Here he is inside now. Running a little bubble route. Looked like it was behind him, so he had to make a good catch on it. And then watch him able to niggle around in there and go score. Good play right there by him. Here he is, another short route. And you see, he's just real good after the catch. They just want to get the ball in his hands and let him run with it. Here he is, in motion. Like I told you, they do a lot of motion stuff. And right here is real good, where Arkansas, trying to beat these like 2 deep safeties or something. That's a route that he'll be running a lot at Arkansas, I think. And good hands right there. He had to go up high to catch that ball. Very good hands. Here he is in the slot again. Running a little slant, so you don't mind. Look at him. Look at that run right there. Broke about 3 or 4 tackles there. Coming across the middle. Good job there. Here's a slant again. Now he's going to take it outside. And watch him. He didn't break away from the guy, but a good catch and run there. Trying to get him by himself again. Running him all the way across. Good. And that was a tough catch right there. You notice he has to go low and get that. That's a tough catch. Here he is coming across. Look at there. That's one to him. He's hard to bring down. He's a good runner. Back, kind of that was back shoulder throw there. Kind of cut it off. I'm guessing he caught it. But look, that low pass right there. He is trying to get him by himself again. Just get it to him. That's their philosophy, their coach's philosophy. Get it to him, let him run it. And he's got good moves. Here they're trying to bump and run with him. Tight coverage. They didn't bump him really, but anyway, you see him. He's hard to bring down. He's quick, hard to catch. There he is right there. See if he can pull away from that guy. Kind of does there. So it's just a good, reliable receiver with good hands. Maybe not have the best top end speed in the world. Look at there. But he finds open spots too. Some receivers right here would not understand to kind of slow down and find that spot. They just hightail it. They would run as fast as they can through there. But he understands kind of go slow in here. Let the quarterback see him, find that open spot. So he does a good job with that. He just finds it and he slows down right in there. It's good. And look at him. People missing him. He's a little jitterbug kind of, There he is. Good hands. Make him miss 2, 3. About 3 guys miss right there. Good play. Tries to let back shoulder again. Good catch. Goes up high. Catches it with his hands. Great catch. Coming in motion again. Out route. Like I said, they like to throw it to him short and then let him be kind of a jitterbug. Here's again a little bubble route, little flare, whatever you want to call it. I mean, he's hard to bring down. Makes a lot of people miss. So there you go. Some video of him there. And let's see, I'm going to cancel that. May just leave it here, and I'll tell you what, I'll just do this. I'll make it big screen. But anyway, we'll finish on that, guys. Blair Irvin, 6'1", 180-pound receiver. He's a high 3 end. He should be a Power 5 schools. Arkansas gets a good one here, very reliable hands. Great kid from all accounts, man. He's great on the field, off the field. He knows what to expect at Arkansas with C.J. Brown. They're pretty good buddies, it looks like. So he knows what to expect. C.J. Brown must like it if he's getting him to come. So, hey, great things here. This is a lot of good stuff with this signing. It keeps that pipeline open to Arkansas, so if Blair likes it, the next receiver he'll tell him, and word spreads like wildfire, And so Puckettini is doing a great job. I think Fouch really actually kind of recruited him more, but just doing a good job of just stacking a lot of good receivers, man. I'm telling you, they got a bunch of good ones. They really made their receiver position, receiver room, like everyone wants to say now, better. Now Blake still has a senior year to play. Blair, still has a senior year to play, but he'll be a good one that next year. They're getting some good ones for 2026. I hope you guys understand how good this coaching staff is. And, I think I saw where they ranked like maybe 11th in the nation in recruiting, but 4th in the SEC, which is crazy. There is no other conference in the world in any kind of sport where you ranked 11th in the nation of everybody, but then 4th in your conference. That is unreal. So I hope you guys understand how tough that is, and just understand that, man, we play, being in the SEC championship games a lot of time would be like being in the national championship, But anyway, Arkansas, Coach Pittman, Fouch, Puckettini doing a great job bringing a lot of good receivers, a lot of good linemen. They're really doing a good job, man. I think the future is very bright. I tell you, SEC is very tough though, too, and they have a very tough schedule coming up. But anyway, great player here. Really happy to see we get Blair Irvin the third. So that's all I got, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for spending time with me. Please hit that subscribe if you haven't. I got a lot of videos. I'm making a lot more. Please hit that thumbs up if you like it, and come back for more, man. Leave me a message. Leave me a comment. Leave me a question. I love to talk football, and I don't care if it's critical. Hey, man, I love talking football, whatever. If you agree, disagree, tell me, and I'll tell you why I think the way I think. And you won't hurt my feelings at all, I promise you. I'm tough. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. And last but not least, go Hogs.